I'd like to start off with a disclaimer. The video is based on personal experiences. It does not assume any responsibility for changes to road conditions, weather policies, routes, incidents, infringements of laws, or injuries that may result in mimicking, watching, and/or following the content. Viewers or riders would need to evaluate their own risk for their own personal safety. Took a day trip from Sengkang to Desaru on my Honda Forza 350 and returned to Singapore all within the same day. Watch this video as I blast through Woodlands checkpoint to complete a journey of 105 kilometers of roughly 98 kilometers from Sultan Iskandar building. The entire round trip took around 3 hours. This video covers the cross-border formalities and is my personal reference on going through the SG and Malaysian immigration and custom process to ease any cross-border angst. It aids me to look steady on the bike for the next time I cross the border. We are blasting our way forward along the causeway after clearing the Singapore side of the CIQ. We are traveling now on the causeway and you can see the yonder Malaysia's Johor Bahru. Remember not to stop your bike on the way even though it makes a very picturesque scene. Please be careful of the other bikes. We are now approaching the Malaysian side of the immigration checkpoint. Look for the markings painted on the road to indicate foreign motorcycles or non-motorcycles, a directional information to the checkpoint. Time of this video. No need to sweat about the VEP for two-wheelers. Pass through without it on the Malaysian side. Let's ride! After exiting Sultan Iskandar building, I was confronted by a fog with overhead directional signs. I took the one that says Skudai and found that it leads me to join the highway and two petrol stations right at the end of the slip road. I headed for Shell on friend's advice. Once at the station, you need to inform the attendant if you're paying by cash or by card. Pay the attendant for cash. I gather the service level isn't that much different from other petrol stations. If you come across a petrol station that needs feedback, please write below. After I'm done my petrol round, Google GPS instructs to make a U-turn to head back to the direction of Woodlands. I filtered my way towards the U-turn. There is a branch off to Pasir Gudang. If you miss it, you might really end up back at CIQ. The no U-turn sign only applies to buses and lorries. And going and going and going and going. As you go along your way, you come across the directional signs that says Mid Valley South Key 500 meters, Pasir Gudang, Paramas Jaya, Route 17. Remember to keep left and take Route 17 towards Pasir Gudang. As we move along the road, we notice the traffic is getting a little bit heavier. Cars are traveling faster. More trucks along the way. But traffic is not as bad as the one in the city. While on the road, the scenery changes from urban to industrial to oil palm landscape. Takes away the monotony along the way to and fro Desaru. Keep going, going, and going. Along the way, you will come across several traffic control lights. In local parlance, red light junction. Then you have noticed that I was coming to an industrial area. This must be Pasir Gudang Industrial Park. I just followed the directions along the way and I noticed that drivers come in different speeds that suited their personality. So watch out for speedsters or vehicles that demand the right of way. This part of the road was pretty chill, as the trees form a canopy over the roads and there's like a good shade all around, there's greenery. You can see we are on the edge of Pasir Gudang. It's probably coming to close to the end of the industrial park. Very soon we'll be approaching a road that are basically no traffic for another 5 or 6 kilometers. approach the Panawal toll gates, you probably realize that you've made quite a significant progress of the journey already. After you pass the toll gates, as you approach the traffic junction, please note that the traffic lights may not be working too well, and you might need your intuition to cross the junction. Closer to Desaru Coast, you will come to a traffic junction with a big signage, hard to miss, that says Desaru Coast. If you make a left turn at the junction, you'll reach some of the Desaru resorts. The roads there will have a different characteristics and different attributes, clearly meant for tourists alone. On the left side of the road is a clearly marked bicycle lane all around the surrounding areas of the resort. Nearly after leaving Desaru Coast is a road that leads to a Madam Selera. If I have known what Madam Selera meant, I would have eaten my lunch there instead of traveling another 4 or 5 kilometers to the nearest town to eat there. Traveling to and from Desaru, it will take me over Desaru Bridge that spans over the Johor River. On the return side, the view is that of the mouth of the Johor River. While motorbike will find it difficult to take photos, car drivers will tend to slow down on the bridge for their passengers to take a few good shots. The bridge itself is a 4-lane carriage with 2 for each direction, when most of the road are single carriage on each direction. Malaysian roads has road signs that are in Malay, so it becomes important that some understanding of these words, particularly those where the text are in red or white on white or red background and have warning connotations. For example, Awas, which means caution. Return leg to Woodlands, Singapore. The journey is taken on the Sinai Desaru Expressway, SDE home. I also wanted to avoid the industrial area, for there were far too many traffic lights and a tad too many heavy vehicles to my liking. Further, it passes the glum-looking factories. Not a sight for sore eyes. Since alternate roads existed, why not take some of these roads, as it is, after all, an expeditionary journey? SSD road. There are more rest stops with petrol stations along the highway. I found the journey to be smoother with a higher rate of travel at higher speeds, even as there are more traffic, possibly due to lesser number of traffic lights. The route does not need to converge to Johor Bahru, but skirts around it at Urutiram. Time to fill the tank. Remember to approach the counter, provide a deposit, and then you can proceed to fill petrol. On my final approach to Woodlands checkpoint, the weather changed and it rained, so I had to stop by the roadside and change my wetsuit. That took about 20 minutes before I can continue my journey towards Woodlands checkpoint. Left side of the screen, do you see a string of cars? These cars are making their way to the last petrol stop to fill up the tanks before crossing the border to Singapore. Here we go. As I approach the Johor Immigration at Sultan Iskandar building, I am on the lookout for instruction as to where foreign motorcycles are to go. On the road nearing the checkpoint, there is the white words Wangga Asing Motor Besar with red background, meaning foreign citizen, big bites. On this day, bikers and motorists alike were waiting to cross the lanes towards the immigration booth. At Singapore side, go to the booth that indicates it's open. Slide your passport into the reader on the terminal with the photo facing downwards into the reader. Lift visor and face camera. Wait for the remove passport message to appear. As a solo rider, any reader can be used to read the passport. Once passport is read, the barrier lifts. Move forward with your bike for the thumbprint scan. Likewise, once your biometric passes the scan, the barrier lifts and off to customs station. At customs inspection, turn off the bike engine. If there's a queue, to ride as close to the inspection station, then remove them. The inspecting officer may or may not check the storage compartments. Once inspection is cleared, hop on, helmet on, and items secure before moving off. At the end of the customs station, there is a fork. Take the one that's the left side leading to BKE and Sengkang. It is shorter, as for the Woodlands side will have to contend with cars and other vehicles. Now, we have completed cross-border formalities and well within Singapore. Maps are attached at the end of this video to provide a reference for the route taken to and from Desaru. Check